So this is one of the gentlemen in his 60s. We can classify this as a grade 2 or 3 depending on the classification you use with a Protrusio stabile. My video is on one of the publication which we did recently, and we named it as a triple reaming technique using a Mako robotic system. So this was recently published in the Orthoplasty Today. So the first step is, as usual, a plain X-ray, and a CT scan has been done, and a normal templating happens. In the first step, we use templating only to cover the protrusio part using a smallest reamer or a reamer which is equal to the size of the protrusio. And also, that cup is placed in a position which is in three-dimensional CT exactly matches to the protrusio. So this is a 40 mm, smallest 42 mm reamer. You can see that it's planned exactly into the protrusio defect in all three transverse, sagittal, and coronal plane. And that plan is saved, and the first reaming happens after the standard exposure registration, and you can use any approach. In fact, this has been done in a direct anterior approach, but you can use any approach for this purpose. So this is the Ream 1 technique. The robotic machine has come in now, and we are trying to ream only the protrusio part. You can see that live values on top. Until you get 0, using the 40 reamer, we have reamed to the depth of the protrusio part. Then ask your technician to help you with another plan for the actual acetabular component. In this position, you will center the acetabulum exactly where you would like it to be. That is on the center of hip. That is actually onto the periphery. It's using the larger reamer. In this case, it's about 52 reamer, I think. And you plan for the periphery to the center of the hip using the second plan, using the Mako again. So you can calculate that in three-dimensional. So you know in all three planes where exactly the hip center has to be. And we have reamed that under exactly, in a three-dimensional plane, and you have reached where exactly you have to be. Then the bone grafts are prepared using the autologous, and then the acetabular, the reamed area is filled, and an impaction grafting has been done. At this stage, again, we have a problem. At what level your impaction grafting has reached? It can be either a little deep or it can be either a little outside. And that is why you use a reverse reaming using the second plan, using the Mako. And I think a lot of people will not know that the Mako allows a reverse reaming. So using the Mako, and you have done the third reaming, or we call this as a triple reaming now, using the same machine. So you have achieved the level of grafting and also center of hip, and also you have achieved that at the end of the preparation using the live feedback on the robo. And then other steps are, the standard steps, what we normally do. A stable component has been placed in, and other steps are just completed like a normal, the routine THR. So the Ream 1 for the depth, Ream 2 for the exact center of rotation of the hip, Ream 3 is the reverse ream on the bone graft. So there's a post-op image. Thank you very much. Thank you.